Hey, what's up? My name is JM Chanley and welcome to my channel. This week I'm going to bitch about some more stuff. I'm going to talk about 5 examples of hero tropes that suck. Lousy hero tropes. And yeah, I hate them all. Let's get into it with number 1, the flawless hero. This guy can do no wrong. He makes no mistakes. Everything comes to him no problem. There's no breaking point. There's just a constant ascent into greatness. There's nothing that this guy can do wrong. It's just success after success after success. He's boring to read, and I can't stand it. Number 2, the overly reluctant hero. And I put overly in parentheses because I don't mind a reluctant hero. If you suddenly get tapped for greatness, or you wake up with superpowers, or you find out you're a wizard or whatever, and you're kind of like, I'm gonna play with my new powers for a while before you go off and decide to do something useful with it, I'm okay with that. Look at Spider-Man. When Peter Parker got his powers, he was swinging around with webs, climbing up walls, having a good old time, until his uncle was shot and killed. That was the catalyst, and he decided he needed to use his powers for good and all that. You know, if I woke up tomorrow morning and I had super strength or super speed, or I could fly, I'd probably mess around too. I'd run around, I'd fly, or whatever I'd do. Have some fun, and then I'd probably think and go, yeah, you know, maybe I should do something with these powers. So I don't mind hesitation or reluctance, but it's when they become overly reluctant. When you actually get the tap on the shoulder to say, it's now time. People are dying. You need to be the hero. Pick up the mantle. It is time. And you're like, nah, right? Now you're a douche. You're not a hero. You know? That's the part where you lose me, right? Listen, if you're selfish, if you're a coward, you're not a hero, and I'm not interested in your hero story. Number 3, the useless sidekick. This guy only exists to make the hero look good. Maybe he's a comic relief, maybe he's quippy, I don't know. Maybe he's useful in his own right, but he really doesn't bring anything to the story. You could take this character out of the story and suffer no consequences. This person exists to set up the main character to look good. These guys maybe know how to fight, but they need the main character to bail them out. Maybe they know how to solve mysteries, but they really need the main character to solve all the mysteries at the end. And sometimes they're just used as exposition vehicles. The sidekick in this example is kind of like a show versus tell, except the tell is cleverly disguised as a character. Well, see here, Spippy. Name my character Spippy. Well, see here, Spippy. The mystery to the haunted chafing dish was goat cheese all along. Bonus points if this character is a woman with chronic damsel in distress syndrome. I'm kidding. You get no points. Stop it. Number 4, the punching bag. This is the opposite of the flawless hero. This guy just gets the shit kicked out of him constantly. He spends the entire book down to the dumps. He spends the entire book... Is it even a breaking point? I can't even tell. This guy is just losing through the entire book. And it sucks. You know, the author brings you up, knocks you down, brings you up, knocks you down, over and over again through the entire book. It is exhausting, and I hate it. I like books where you get to see the hero kick a little ass before, you know, during the second act, before maybe the breaking point. This is just a constant beatdown of the hero that we're supposed to be rooting for. I want hope. I want enjoyment. I want to see some winning a little bit. But this is a constant smackdown through the entire book. And I get why the author does it. Because when you get through the end and finally get that win, you're like, yes! And that's an awesome moment. But you've got to get through 30 some odd chapters of suck and depression and just hopelessness. And I hate reading stuff like that. I couldn't finish a series of unfortunate events because it was sad. You know, this is just me. I'm sorry. I like some winning. This tactic brings the DNF metric real high. And honestly, I'm not going to finish the book if you keep shitting on your main character through the entire book. Number 5, Hero to Zero. This character sadly is always the female. and the female is portrayed as this kick-ass warrior or assassin or bounty hunter. She's supposed to be the badass. She's supposed to be the woman that kicks ass and takes names. You read the book blurb and it's like, Stacy knows how to punch a guy in the throat. Yes, sign me up for that, you know? And you see the cover and there's Stacy and she's got the guns or the knives or the swords or whatever she's got going on. You're like, yes, strong female lead, sign me up. And then you read it, Stacy's getting her ass kicked. She can't fight her way out of a wet paper bag. And she needs her man to come along and save the day. I hate this trope so much. Why? Why are you doing this? If you want to write a story about a strong male character, then write a story about a strong male character. And stop making the man look strong by making the woman fall or be the victim or put her in the refrigerator. Why bother writing that story? Why write that book if you're just going to swerve the spotlight over to some male side character? I don't get it. This is probably the trope I hate the most in the hero trope list of tropes in the trope sea. That's not a thing. I would love to see this trope flipped on its head, where you have this big, burly, muscular, Conan the Barbarian type hero, and he stumbles and he can't fight his way out of a wet paper bag and he kind of sucks, and his companion, the female, has to come in and save his ass. And I say that because we really haven't seen it. Not really. Whenever we do see it, like in Hollywood or movies, it's always done as a comedy. You set this guy up, he falls, the girl comes in, the woman comes in, saves him, right? And it's a comedy because, you know, the idea that a dude can't do stuff on his own and needs a woman to help is hilarious, right? Because how ridiculous is that? So that about wraps it up. 5 lousy hero tropes. I can't stand these tropes. Yeah, I'd love to know what hero tropes you don't like. Put them in the comments. What are the things that you're tired of seeing in movies or tired of reading about in books? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And as always, subscribe. I post every Thursday. I complain about shit. Sometimes I talk about writerly stuff. Sometimes I talk about fantasy fiction and how to incorporate fantasy content into your work in progress. It's all fun stuff. If you want to check me out and follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can read the first chapter of my novel in progress, A Flower in Hell, at jmchaley.com. Just go to my website, check it out. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can send me a message. Let's keep in touch. As always, thanks for watching.